As you know, this heat can be dangerous, but those dangers, they can catch you by surprise. We're joined by Dr. Majid, Basit, a cardiologist with Memorial Hermann, who has information we'll all want to keep in mind today and tomorrow. Good morning to you, doctor. So when we're dealing with heat indexes like 111, 112, 114, like Kim just mentioned, what does that heat do to the body?
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me. When you think about heat, your body's not used to the heat. We're not always outdoors. And so initially when we're out in the peak core part of the day between around 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., we sweat, we lose moisture very quickly. We need to be drinking lots of fluid all the time. So about 8 ounces of fluid every 15 minutes. The first signs that we see with heat exhaustion is that we're going to start to feel dizzy, fatigued. We're going to start to sweat a lot. We may be nauseous. We may have headache. First thing you want to do, number one, is to prevent heat exhaustion, dehydration. Drink plenty of fluids before you go out. Avoid being outdoors. And if you feel like you're going into heat exhaustion, come indoors. Drink lots of fluid. Take off excessive clothing.
Doctor, how long does it take in these conditions to overheat? How quickly can that happen to us?
In as little as 15 to 20 minutes. It's very quick. And sometimes we don't even realize it. So it's important that we look out for others, especially the more fragile people, people that are already sick, people that are elderly, people that are young, and they can become heat exhausted 4 times as fast as people that are healthy.
That's really good information to know. Can you tell us what's the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke?
So heat exhaustion is something that we can fix ourselves. So when we recognize heat exhaustion, come indoors, take off excessive clothing, drink lots of cool fluids like water or sports drinks. Heat stroke is a completely different animal. A heat stroke is a medical emergency. The first thing, if you see someone with a heat stroke, they might be confused. They'll be maybe throwing up. They just don't look good. They need to be brought in. But the first thing you want to do is call EMS. Call 911, get the paramedics coming, and then bring them indoors. Maybe put ice packs under their armpits. Get them, if they can drink something, get them to drink something. If they're confused, don't risk getting them aspirating the fluids into their lungs. So in general, don't give them fluids if they're not coherent. And then the best thing you can do for them is get them to the hospital, because with heat stroke, the body is shutting down, the kidneys especially, and that can cause permanent damage to their vital organs. So getting that help very quickly is so important.
Something I think we all do when we're hot, overheated, we put like an ice pack to our forehead, but you mentioned putting it under your armpits. I've heard putting it to even like your neck or your groin. Why is it important to cool those areas first?
That's where the big blood vessels are. That's where you want, it's almost like a heat exchange. You want to be able to exchange out that heat and for the coolness and cool down the core body temperature. When you're talking about heat stroke, we're talking about temperatures in the 104 plus range inside your body. That is not good for your for living.
And when it's 110 plus outside, it probably doesn't take very long, like you mentioned, sometimes just a matter of minutes for that to happen. Are there any foods or liquids that we should be consuming besides just water on days like today?
So foods like fresh fruits and vegetables have water in them, so that's okay. Water, cool water. And then sports drinks, avoid alcohol, energy drinks, things with caffeine in them. Those things can actually make you dehydrated. So try to stick with just water and sports drinks and fruits and vegetables.
All right. I'm eyeing my giant cup of coffee right over here, doctor, with lots of caffeine in it. Thank you so much. I'll avoid that for the rest of the day. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time. And of course, remember, the best thing you can do is to stay inside, stay cool. But if you don't have AC, there are cooling centers available to you. Text the word heat to 713-526-1111 and we'll text you back with all of the information that can help you out.